Welcome back to Husbands Helping Husbands. All right, guys, let's get right into the Bachelor Joey season, episode 2. Try to make this as quick as I possibly can for you so you know what your wives are talking about and you can keep up with the conversation. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So first and foremost, we're going to jump right into the first group date. So the first group date, he lets the women go out and choose their wedding dresses. It's half the group of the women that are in the mansion at this time. So they run out, they get their wedding dresses. They're going to do their reception. So they're kind of going to role play through a reception. And Joey wants to see how the ladies do during this reception. Well, during this reception, they get to mingle with the crowd, eat lots of cupcakes, and really just kind of see where it goes. At the end of the day, Rachel wins the first group date. She gets to have the first dance with Joey, and she gets a pretty good kiss out on the floor. Now, there was some drama with Jess out there dancing, but Jess's drama in this episode, we're not really going to touch on that much. All right, next we move on to the first one-on-one date. So the first one-on-one date goes to Daisy. Now, Daisy, hands down, is my lead in this season. I truly hope that Daisy wins. She just seems the most humble, real individual on the show. So we're really hoping that Daisy moves through. The biggest thing that Daisy had during this episode was to share with Joey about her cochlear implants. During dinner, she does share about her cochlear implants. Just look at the look on Joey's face. Like, that right there is just true. It's just love. I mean, he's just infatuated with her. He's just head over heels for her. So let's just hope that sticks through the rest of the season. But we're seeing Daisy and Joey as the front runners through the season. So guys, just put your hat on Daisy and just make sure you understand what your women are talking about when they go through Daisy. So next we're going to move on to the next group date. So the next group date turns out to be a boot camp with some previous bachelorettes from some of the Bachelor seasons, and then they move into some paintball. So once they get done with the paintball, which is really just paint-filled balloons and squirt guns, the winning team gets one individual that gets to have a night with Joey. So Edwina wins the MVP as Team Blue captures more pink hearts than blue hearts. And now we're going to talk about the drama. So the drama between Maria, who's on the left here, and Medina, who's on the right here. So Medina was going on about being 29 years old, 1 year older than Joey, and feeling a little insecure. Well, Maria is roughly the same age, and she made a comment that was overheard by Sydney about how she didn't understand how Medina is concerned about her age. Sydney blew this way out of proportion and made a big issue out of it, which caused drama between Maria and Medina to where they were basically going at each other. Not really anything serious, but we just needed some drama in this episode. Truly, in my opinion, Sydney started this. She should have just stayed out of the conversation. She wasn't part of the conversation, and she's the one starting the pot. Second piece of drama is Big Sis Lauren goes home. So Lauren kind of loses her cool once we get to the after party. She doesn't get any time with Joey. As the evening goes on, she gets more and more frustrated. She finally just tells her sister that she's done, she's leaving, she's going home. As she's in front of the camera doing her one-on-one, Joey walks over, starts having a conversation. She breaks down to him and just says that she's beyond point of wanting to stay. Production, for some dumbass reason, brings the cake over. It's supposed to be a red velvet cake. It's not. She loses it even more. Joey walks away. She throws the cake on the ground. She dismisses herself. No big loss. It's probably better for her sister. Joey obviously has more intentions with her sister than her. So we'll go on from there. And finally, on to the rose ceremony. So at the rose ceremony, we will end up with 18 women at the end of the rose ceremony. I misspoke earlier on the first group date. Rachel got the first group date dance and a kiss. Jess actually got the first kiss during that group date, ended up with the first group date rose. Daisy received a one-on-one date rose for her one-on-one date with Joey, which again, she's our lead runner. We're hoping that she pulls through this entire season. Edwina got the group date rose during the second group date, and then the roses went to Rachel, Lexi, Kelsey A, Kelsey T, Jen, Evelyn, Autumn, Medina, not really sure how you pronounce that, Leah, which Leah wasn't part of any of the dates this week, which was kind of suspicious, but nothing was really said about any of that aside from the fact that she wasn't on any of the dates, Caitlin, Krissa, Maria, Star, Allison, and Sydney. So the drama is all still there. Taylor was one of the part of the original drama with Sydney. She went home, which again is no big loss. The rest of the ladies went home. Not really much of a name there, so no big loss there as well. So guys, just remember that we are looking at Jess got the first group date rose, Daisy got the one-on-one rose, Edwina got the second group date rose. There's drama between Medina and Maria and Sydney, but Sydney starting all that drama. And hopefully, guys, That helps you understand what your wives, women's, girlfriends, or whatever's are talking about in this season of The Bachelor Joey. And look forward to talking to you next week. Next week's going to show some of the ladies from the Golden Bachelor, and there's going to be a tennis tournament. So stay tuned next week. Husbands up and husbands. Let's get this done, guys.